Hi everyone, my name is Tori, this is Novel Life, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another reading vlog. And I'm actually really excited for this one. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. So it is Wednesday, February 22nd in the morning. I have my coffee. This is my new little mug from Disney. If you follow me over on Instagram, you would have saw that I went to Orlando, Florida last week, and I spent a couple of days at Disney. We went to Universal. I don't have a voice, as you can tell. It's a little raspy. It's because I've been screaming on roller coasters. I can't help myself, I just scream. But in today's video, I'm gonna be reading Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, which is her new book. It's actually the #1 book in the Kindle Store right now, which is why I wanted to read it. My friend Jess at Peace Love Books did this for Final Offer by Lauren Asher, and I thought that was a really cool idea. You get a lot of thoughts. I'm gonna keep it as spoiler-free as possible. And the reason why I'm a little nervous for this book is because I read the first book, which is the blue cover, Things We Never Got Over, I think it was, and I gave it 3.5 stars. So I'm hoping that this one is better for me. I haven't read Lucy Score in a while. I think Things We Never Got Over was one of my first books by her. If I have read her, it's been quite a few years, so I'm excited to see what this one's about because it is literally #1 the day after it released. It just released yesterday on the 21st. I'm gonna take you along with me for the next 2 days while I read it. I have the audiobook. I'm gonna listen to that while I'm working. I may physically read it. I'm gonna take you to Barnes & Noble with me today because I want to go on my lunch break. I have a gift card, so I want to see what's there. I might buy this book depending on how the first couple hours of listening to the audiobook is gonna go. But yeah, I hope you come along with me for the next 2 days and see what I think about this book. I will talk to you when I get about 25% into the audiobook. That's where I'm gonna check in every 25%. So I hope you enjoy this vlog. Let me know if you've read it and what you thought about it, what your rating was in the comments down below. Leave me some type of pink emoji, pink heart, a mug emoji, whatever. Just leave me an emoji. It's too early to think about exactly that. But come along with me and I will tell you my thoughts on the #1 book in the Kindle Store right now. Hello, I just got in my car because I just got done in Barnes & Noble and I wanted to show you the books I got, but I also have an update because I'm 25% into Things We Hide from the Light. So I feel pretty much the same as I did from the first book in the series, that like it's okay. Like I just feel like her books are ridiculously long and I don't know if it has to be this long. I feel like I'm more invested in the characters in this book than I was the previous book because Nash, who's our main male character, he is dealing with, it seems like depression, panic attacks, anxiety, stuff like that because of him getting shot in the last book, which I kind of do remember that suspense thing. Now, romantic suspense is not my favorite, but I don't know, I feel like Lucy Score pretty much like blends rom-com with like suspense, and it's not really my favorite thing. I don't know. I could totally change my mind, but I'm about 4.5 hours into the audiobook, and which is about 25%, and I just feel like it's okay. He adopted a dog. Her name's Piper, which is really cute. Our female character, her name's Lana, or Alana, I think. She's doing this thing where she's like trying to get information. It seems like she's like an undercover agent. That's the vibe I'm getting. But I find myself checking in and out really easily with this book, which makes me like sad because I really want to like it. But I'm going to show you the books I got at Barnes & Noble really quickly. I did go in because I had a $50 gift card. I was going to buy Things We Hide from the Light because it just came out, but they actually didn't have any copies. And to be honest, the way that I'm feeling right now is like I don't want to buy the book because I don't know if I'm going to love it. But I did get, I've talked about this quite a bit. So I have the deal by Elle Kennedy, which is it's insanely popular book, right? And that one I got, I think Sam sent me her indie copy because she had the mass markets. And I realized when someone was talking about on a live show the off-campus series, I thought, oh, I really love that series. I read the Briar U series. I never finished the off-campus series. So I've only read the deal. So I bought the 3 books. I didn't buy the Legacy, which is like the novella at the end, because I don't know if I'm gonna like that. But they were all buy one, get one 50% off. So I got technically one other book I'm gonna show you, but I got 4 books for $5. My total was $55 and I had a $5 gift card. So I got The Mistake, which is the second book. And then I got The Score, and then I got The Goal. So it's The Deal, The Mistake, The Score, The Goal, and then The Legacy, which I can always come back and get The Legacy. I just didn't want to get that one right off the bat, but I was thinking about doing a reading vlog reading the off-campus series in March, so you can let me know if you want to see that in the comments, just because I've never finished out the series and everyone talks about it. And then I got historical fiction, which is Angels of the Resistance, which I technically could get the audio, but this is by Noelle Salazar. So I haven't read a historical fiction book in months, like literally months. And I read The Flight Girls. I think it was just Flight Girls. And I really, really enjoyed that one. And that was one of my favorite books, I think of like 2021 or 2020. Yeah, The Flight Girls. That was her debut novel. And I just love her writing for historical fiction. So this one is set in Europe, and when bombs start dropping, I think in World War One. Yeah, this is 1940. So yeah, this one just seemed, she has like she meets a boy named Charlie, and she had like a kindred spirit with him, and she joins the Dutch resistance. Oh, this is when Nazis invade the Netherlands, which I think is interesting. I just love reading historical fiction books about like either World War One or World War Two, but like different places, you know, like Poland that we don't see, or like in there was a book that was in, I forgot the country. I don't know, I just like it, so I picked this one up because it was I was looking for another book for the buy one get one half off, because that's what I wanted. I was gonna pick up a fantasy, but I'm like, I'm not really in the mood for a true fantasy, not just fantasy romance. So those are the books I got. I'm gonna head home. I gotta clock back in when I get home because it'll be off my lunch break. But yeah, I'll check in with you probably when I clock out of work. I'll have another about 4 hours done of the book, and yeah, we'll see if it gets better. But I'm interested to see. He's taking pills for depression, so I'm interested to see where that goes. I am so sorry about my voice. I have not talked all morning, and it's still really, really rough like this just because I was screaming my ass off. So I will see you in my next check-in. Hello, it's the end of my work day, and I just came in here to update you. So I am 50% of the way through Things We Hide from the Light, and I have some thoughts that maybe I'm nitpicking because I really didn't like the first book. Well, it's not that I didn't like it, I just thought it was okay, but I'm just like noticing some things. So as someone who does have like a chronic illness, and I deal with anxiety, I feel like Lucy's Score is just like barely touching on those two things. Like our female character, her name is Lena. Angelina, they call her Lena, not Lana. I don't know why I said Lana. But she has this like heart condition. I don't know the title of it. It was really, really long. And, you know, she had like surgery to fix it, but you know, she has to get go to the cardiologist and stuff. And like, that's totally fine, but sometimes like they're talking about it and how her parents are always like checking up on her, talking about that she's so fragile even though she's not, which I do enjoy that, and that she doesn't want to tell her parents like what she's doing for her job because they're going to be like, no, you can't handle that, the stress on your heart and all this stuff like that, which, you know, like the person who has the issues, like medical things, chronic illness, whatever the case may be, knows themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like they have to live their life, which I'm liking that part of it where she's like exploring that. But I feel like that's like just like sprinkled in. The same thing with his anxiety. Like obviously it's more like PTSD anxiety, stuff like that comes up because he was shot. So like I'm not mad like at things. I'm just like, oh, okay. Like every time something comes up, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. And Nash finally figured out what she's doing specifically, and he like pushed her away or something like that. Like, I opened up to you and you took advantage of me. You're just trying to get close to me because you're trying to find all this information out, blah, 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 blah. She's like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I opened up to you. And I'm like, oh, I get it. Like, Nash is 37, 38. I know she's in her 30s. So I'm like, when you are having these characters that are a lot older, you can't do like immature conversations that don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that was me and I found out my friend, right, who, you know, became a really good friend to me, but they were just trying to get information out of me, I'd be like, why are you doing this? Like, I would just ask you, like, I need an explanation, and then I would decide whether or not they're lying or not. I don't know, I just feel like it was very immature. I don't know, I just don't know if, like, Lucy Score's writing is for me. I feel like I find myself going in and out of the story. Like, I'm enjoying it, like, I'm interested, and then I can just tune out, whatever. When they do, like, daily stuff, or they're going to this place and going to that place and talking to this person, talking to that person. Like, she had a thing with Julian, and Julian's like, stay away from Nash. And Lena was like, no, you don't get to tell me what to do. And I'm like, okay, are you only introducing him because he's gonna have the next book? Like, I feel very, like, weird about it. Like, if I were to rate it right now, it'd be a 3-star. Like, I have read 1.5 books in this series, basically almost 2, and I do not understand the hype of these books. I don't get it. I also think that she is trying to blend this, like, suspensefulness with this, like, rom-com stuff, and it's like, if you're gonna do something serious, do something serious. If you're gonna do something rom-com-y, do something rom-com-y. It doesn't ever, like, I don't know. I don't like it that Nash is, like, broody and he only opens up for her, because I feel like it makes him feel like he doesn't have a lot of emotional depth, which you know he does, but we're not seeing that. I hope all of my thoughts are making sense. For this to be the #1 book in the Kindle store, I'm like, I need more. I need to, like, by 50%, I should feel something for the characters, and I honestly, like, I'm interested, but, like, I don't, like, care. It's like, oh, okay, I know they're gonna get happily ever after. Like, let's just get to the fucking point already. Like, I have 9 hours left of this audiobook. Well, 8.5. I have 8.5 hours of this audiobook. Like, what the fuck else can happen? What else can happen? Like, what else are we gonna do? So I'm just like, I don't know. I feel very, very, very conflicted. So I went back and looked at what some of my friends on Goodreads rated it, and they're split. Some rated it high, some rated it low. I don't know. I feel really conflicted. I don't understand. Some people DNF'd it. Ooh, some people DNF'd it. I don't know. I don't get the hype. I feel like this is one of those books that you either love it, you hate it. And I feel like that's how this series is going to be, especially, like, with the first book. It's either you love it or hate it. So I don't think this author's writing is for me, unfortunately. I mean, I'm gonna see how the last 50% goes tomorrow when I start work, because I'm done with work, but we shall see. We shall see. But I hope my ramblings make sense. I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit, and then hopefully the more I get into the book, I like it, because I want to like it. Like, I want to like it. I want to be on the hype train of hyping a book up, but I don't feel like this is it for me. So yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow morning. I'll let you know my thoughts after I get through another 25%. I just got done with things we hide from the light, and I'm really disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely disappointed with this book. I think that I don't know how to, like, put my thoughts, like, all together, if that makes sense. I literally just finished it. The way that I feel about this book, I want to give it 2 stars. Like, it's a 2-star read. I'm pretty over it. I did not understand why it was so long. I did not understand why it's the #1 book in the Kindle store. And that's, like, really disappointing, because when a book is #1 or a lot of people read it, I want to be on that hype train. Like, it makes me sad when I'm not on that hype train, because I feel like I'm the odd one out, or I missed something or something like that. Like, this book is 17 hours long for the audiobook. Like, 17 hours, that's, like, longer than some fantasy romances. That's a problem. That's a problem. So I will say that the main things that, if you want to read this book, because I haven't really said anything, there's a lot of suspense. And if you read the first book, it kind of like, is going with that, between Lena's job and Nash's job, with him being the sheriff, and, like, figuring out what is going on and who's doing certain things, and, like, all this stuff like that, right? So they do have that suspenseful aspect, which I don't necessarily mind. Like, I guess the only thing I can think of is, like, when Catherine Cowles does it, I don't mind it. You know what I mean? This is kind of small town, even though it doesn't, like, things are just happening in the same town. Everyone kind of knows a lot of people. We see the previous characters. That's pretty cool, I guess, even though I didn't really like the first book either. And the romance, I don't believe that, I mean, like, I believe they had something there, but between everything else, I feel like it got lost in translation. Like, I don't know if it's the writing, the way that she mixes that rom-com-y stuff. Like, I don't mind banter in books, but this was more like rom-com-y. Like, you had certain characters that were trying to be funny, as in like that humor type thing. And I personally did not enjoy it. I felt like I was reading a romance with all of these other things in it. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. I just thought that it was a mess of a book, honestly. Like, there was just too much going on. I felt bored. I didn't feel connected to any of the characters. For her to be this person who, you know, her parents have told her, like, you're fragile, you need to not do your job. And she keeps her job hidden. And then Nash is basically doing the same thing. I'm like, no, I wanted to see her do it just because she has this, I guess you can say, chronic heart condition. She can still do it. And then I feel like Nash's like memory loss and depression and anxiety, it kind of just went away. It wasn't ever talked about again. And that made me kind of sad because those are things that real people deal with, and like finding someone you love or feel something for doesn't make that go away. It doesn't fix your mental health. So I don't know, like it can make you feel better and have a different outlook on life, but it doesn't just make everything go away. You know what I mean? So I feel really conflicted, but I'm gonna land on 2 stars. I did not enjoy it. If I wasn't doing a reading vlog for this book, I would DNF'd it. 100%. I would have DNF'd it. I was talking to my friend Sam. She's posting a vlog today too, so you can go check out her video. I'll have it linked down below, but she's, for her vlog, one of the books she was reading was Things We Hide from the Light, and she DNF'd it. She was like, I have too many books I want to read that I just, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And if I wasn't doing a vlog only for this book, I would have DNF'd it at like 50%. So yeah, this book I just don't think is for me. That's not saying that if you like the first book that you like this book, because Sam, she rated the first book like 4.5 stars. That's really high for her, and she DNF'd the second book. So I don't know if it was, I'm interested to see like her thoughts in her vlog, so I'm gonna be watching it when it comes out as well. But I don't know, like I don't know, I just don't, like, I'm not feeling it. I feel bored. I hate it. I just didn't like the characters. There was not one thing that I can pull out of it that I liked. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, do I lower my rating? I don't know. It's just a 2. I'll settle on a 2 star. 2 days listening to the audiobook of this one, and it was not the best. So unfortunately not for me. Now don't come in the comments for me saying like, oh my God, how can you not like this book? It's personal choice. I didn't like it. Told you the reasons why I liked it. If you love it, good. I'm glad you had a great time with this book. If you love Lucy Score, great, good for you. I just don't think her stuff is for me, and I'm not gonna pick up her books, the end. But these are my thoughts. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you felt conflicted. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you like and subscribe for more content for me. Sorry that this was a little bit of a negative. I usually don't do negative reviews like this, because if I don't like a book, I don't like a book, the end. But I'm vlogging it, so you're getting all of it. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you're living an novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.